Hello and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. This is episode 39 of my playthrough. As you can see, I'm back on the Unreliable after having solved the mystery of Halcyon Helen's murder on Eridanos. So I'm going to be continuing the main game. As I said at the end of the last episode, I'm going to be working on the companion quests first. And the first quest that we're going to be working on is Ellie's companion quest, which is called the Low Crusade. So we actually went to visit her parents in Byzantium. It seems like ages ago. She hadn't spoken to her parents in a long time, and she thought it was high time to check on them, with me in tow, of course. So the meeting with her parents did not go very well, to be honest with you. She was understandably dismayed to find that her parents had declared her dead and were living off of her life insurance money. So we talked to Ellie away from her parents, and if anyone's going to make money off of Ellie's alleged death, Ellie figures it should be her. So I need to find the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group in Byzantium to set things right. But when we got to the office in Byzantium for that, we found out that the office was closed and that their only office or open location is over in Fallbrook. So we'll need to go and travel to Fallbrook for that. I'm going to bring the two companions that I have quests for right now. It's Ellie and Parvati. So, whoops, Ellie and Parvati. Before we go, though, what does Ellie's weapon look like? Oh yeah, she only has one of those. Yeah. So it seems like she likes handguns. This one is her default one, I believe. Not entirely sure, though. No, I think this is the one that I modded. But let me see if I can tinker it a little bit, since I haven't really brought Ellie with me at all, although I don't think that this mission involves combat of any kind, if I recall correctly. I'm still going to maybe tinker her... yeah, no. Let's forget about it. Yeah, as I said, I don't think there's actual combat involved in this mission, but I maybe... what am I doing? I'm not transitioning to Eridanos. I need to travel. I'd been so long in Eridanos, I forgot how to navigate my own shit. Alright, so let's travel down to Monarch. We'll land at the Fallbrook landing pad eventually.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Alright. So if I recall correctly, I already visited that insurance office, but the clerk there, or the employee, did not really provide us any kind of... well, she did provide us a little bit of information about her job and all that, but yeah, didn't really end up going anywhere. So we'll have to return there and see what's up. Try and get a dummy account set up for Ellie, for her to collect the life insurance from her own life insurance policy.
Said you docked 3 days ago?
Yeah, it's been forever since we've been here, Fallbrook. But yeah.
This looks like a place. You ready to get my money or what?
Yeah, let's do it.
I see you're still in one piece. However, you never know when that could change. Consider our accidentally torn into tiny fragments coverage. Note that all of your fragments must be recovered and must be smaller than a standard bit cartridge for the payouts to kick in.
I need to change the beneficiary on Marilyn Fenhill's life insurance policy.
I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
Let's stay on topic. I just want to change her beneficiary. Beneficiary?
You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork.
Yeah, imagine. Okay, but how would I change it?
Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd, theoretically, add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud.
Marilyn Fenhill isn't dead.
Of course she is. The paperwork says so.
I like to think she's dead in spirit, but technically, legally, and regretfully, I'm still Marilyn Fenhill.
That's impossible. By all accounts, she was an elegant and classy woman with impossibly fine bone structure. That couldn't possibly be you.
That's gotta be the nicest thing anyone's said to me in a long while.
Okay, so I could bribe her, I can intimidate her, or forget it, and just go and use the terminal out back. Forget it.
That's for the best. What can I do for you?
That's all for now. Alright, so where's this terminal? Not here. Upstairs?
Gosh, that's close.
Oh, hi, mechanical. It's probably not going to like it if I hack this terminal. Didn't notice. View recent records. Ahmed Birtwhistle. Claim loss of gentlemanly honor and good name. I entered into a gentleman's wager with several chaps at Billingsley's regarding the nature and composition of the Spacer's Choice product, tarmac and cheese. I was quite certain the product did contain actual tarmac, and my companions wagered that it surely did not. Lo and behold, investigation into the matter revealed that I had been the victim of a gross misunderstanding. Yet how was I to know what manner of fare common factory workers eat? And how could Spacer's Choice be so irresponsible as to advertise that its product contains tarmac when it clearly does not? The damage to my reputation has been most grievous. I find myself unable to return to my previous haunts for fear of the stares and chuckles that will follow. My honor as a gentleman has been called into question, and as the nature of my relationship with livestock. Resolution denied improper formwork. Claimant forgot to say the magic word. Fanny Cartwright. Claim loss of one finger. I have been an assistant saw operator with C&P for 5 years. Most of the blade guards broke last year and management never replaced them. I lost my left ring finger last week as a result. Resolution denied negligible damage. Claimant is right-handed, so the magnitude of this loss is minimal. Updated claim, loss of 3 fingers. The saw I was working me loose yesterday on account of C&P skipping routine maintenance checks. The accident took 2 fingers from my right hand and another from my left. Resolution denied self-disqualification. Claimant was missing a finger from a previous incident and should not have been operating sharp machinery. Updated claim, loss of 4 fingers. Uh, yeah, I don't really know how to read that, but yeah, she it's pretty much unintelligible. Denied claim. Okay. Uh, filed on behalf of CNP. Loss of one worker. Assistant saw operator 16J Cartwright F lost several digits due to the carelessness and negligence. She failed to heed prominently posted warnings about the state of our safety equipment, and the resultant injuries have decreased our factory's productivity and led to multiple stress headaches for management as we've struggled to reshuffle worker schedules around 16J. Resolution approved, of course. All right. Policy details, Fen Hill, Maryland, which is what we're here for. Insured, Maryland, Fen Hill, cause of death, JRF 23794, cervical fracture, fashion-related incidents, staircases. Monthly payout, 25,000 bits. Beneficiaries, Theodora Fenhill and Lionel Witherspoon, so that's her parents. So let's change the beneficiary to Ellie Fenhill. Creating new beneficiary account for Ellie Fenhill, removing Theodore Fenhill and Lionel Witherspoon from beneficiary list. Success. All future payouts will be routed to Ellie Fenhill. And it was easy as that.
A word, Captain?
Yeah, let's go talk outside.
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it.
Congratulations, Ellie.
Hey, you did the real work. All I had to do was not be dead. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs.
What are you going to do with all those bits?
Come on, I thought we were celebrating. You want me to think about the future?
Why not?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but you can't even count on a bribe making it into the right pocket. What's the point of planning for anything around here?
That's the kind of thinking that's running this place into the crapper.
Hate to say it, but Halcyon's already there. Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee.
Thanks.
See? Even after all your starry-eyed talk, you're a mercenary at heart. Same as me.
If you say so.
Hey, I get it. If anything, I respect you more now. You know, I'm thinking I ought to find another gig once this one's all done. One where I can really work on my own.
Good luck, whatever you do.
Hey, let's not get all mushy. I'm still here to see this one through. Anyway, enough chit-chat.
Ellie gained the Beyond a Grave perk. See Ellie's detail tabs for more info. And she gave us a... she gave us 1,250 bits, but she also gave us a framed insurance check, which I believe is most likely going to be hung up in the in her cabin. Maybe not. Cool. I can kind of see the writing there, and it is showing Marilyn Fenhill. The amount of I don't really know the amount though. It's probably 25,000 bits. Yeah. Anyways, let's go look at her perk. So it's called Beyond the Grave, and it reduces the cost of bribing people. So cost of bribes minus 50%. It's pretty sweet. Although I have only used bribes a few times in this playthrough, not very often, because yeah, there's always better alternatives that don't cost anything, like persuasion and intimidation. So, anyways, so we did Ellie's quest, so that was pretty easy. The next one is called Don't Bite the Sun, which is actually Parvati has the most companion quests out of all of the companions. All of the other companions only have one companion quest, But Parvati has at least several. I'm trying to think about. Let's change the quest type. So if I go to quest type, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't recall what the name of her other quest was. Like. Did a lot of stuff here. Yeah, drinking sapphire wine. So that's the initial one. And then you have the follow-up, which is called. I think that she only has two, but yeah, the one called "Don't Bite the Sun" is basically you have to go and collect a few different things all over the place. Like for instance, some fancy clothes at Byzantium, at Celeste Jolicoeur's haberdashery in Byzantium. Then there's a dustback casserole that you can get from Chef Raymond over in Stellar Bay. Some sweetheart cakes at the old Rizzo's facility in Cascadia. And also some cleansing products that we bought from Gladys over at the Groundbreaker. So right now we're at the stage where we have to return to the ship and speak to Parvati. I don't really remember what her companion perk is, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with engineering, probably auto mechanicals or something. But yeah. So let's head back into the ship. There's a vending machine here, which I'm going to use. Because I just noticed that I have a lot of junk. And yeah. All the rest is good. I guess I always forget to sell junk when I'm at the vending machine. Let's head back into Unreliable. Let's talk to Parvati.
I swear, next time we put into Groundbreaker, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask her over. Oh, I'm so nervous. Having trouble focusing on my work.
You met that auto mechanical clanking around the ship yet?
Oh, you mean Sam? He's just the sweetest, ain't he? A real charmer, my dad'd say.
Have you given him a nickname yet?
Nah, but I've been thinking on one. Gotta get to know him better, I think. Maybe ask him what he prefers. It ain't nice to give folks a nickname without him giving you the okay first, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that don't stop Felix.
No. Alright. Break time's over. I always hate that phrase, but whatever. Alright, so I guess we just had to
Not
talk to
today,
her.
Sam. I am not in the mood for a deep clean. Oh, all right. Some culprit who shall not be named spilled Rizzo's lemon slap on my console.
Alright, so let's head back to the Groundbreaker. And Groundbreaker docking base.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Go talk to Parvati again.
All right. She's on her way. How do I look?
well, you haven't changed yet, but you look terrific.
Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right. Deep breath. Here I go.
I don't know if the game is supposed to change your outfit like that, but okay, so I'm back in my cabin. Need to check in on the date. Head to the kitchen. Let me holster my gun. That would be probably the best thing to do. Kitchen, upstairs. Yeah, there's her outfit.
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I don't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the counter. He's probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
Hey, Parvati.
June called me pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the cable routing in here is... My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of how the station should be run, and I had others. He was fond of saying, you think Groundbreaker pays for itself, someone's got to cover the bills, when I chafed against his deference to the board.
Sounds like he was afraid of him.
He was, and he was right to be. Didn't mean I had to like it.
I kind of interrupted there. Let me just wait until the dialogue's finished, I guess.
What about your mama? I don't mean to pry, you just hardly mention her, and I've been wondering.
She passed when I was small. Taught me how to change a fuse on her deathbed. Even sick, she was patient with me. She kept exhaustive journals of my childhood, my father said. Like she was A/B testing child rearing.
Must be you got that exacting nature from her.
Exacting is a kind way to put it. Inflexible, my father would have said. Bullheaded. Cold.
Some
If
tanker.
you're cold, then I'm the void of space. Cold. That's the silliest thing I ever heard.
Thank you.
So... is that it? And the awkward silence. Yeah, I don't think there's actually any more dialogue.
I could see why Parvati seems so happy here.
We'll get the kitchen back to you soonish, promise.
Okay, I'll let you guys finish your date and all that. So, what's the marker pointing me towards? Just the navigation terminal? Is that it? No. So it's just asking me to go out of the ship? Yeah. Alright. Let's go back to Groundbreaker, I guess. We'll bring Felix and Ellie, I guess. Although I see that the journal just updated, so we probably just have to head back into the ship and speak to Parvati to complete the quest. We don't really have any business over in the Groundbreaker, although I do have that task that Celeste Jolicoeur gave us to model some different outfits. I'm just going to check to make sure that I have all that I need, because the Groundbreaker has shops here that you can purchase the different pieces of armor or outfits that you can model for Celeste. So I know I have the Marauder part done, because I do have Marauder armor and helmet. I need Iconoclast armor and helmet.
Hey.
So my main armor is actually a Iconoclast armor. I just want to check to see if I have a Iconoclast helmet. So I have this Letter Mark II helm with goggles, so we'll be able to model that to Celeste as well. And finally, we need Spacer's gear. So this one, water resistant wear, casual. So that one's a lightweight Spacer's gear. So we have that, and I'm looking for a helmet or a helm. So this one, padded helm. So we'll be able to use that for Spacer's thing, which we're actually using for our lockpicking currently with the safecracker jacket. So anyways, we have all of that. So
Ellie, you want to know what I think? I think they ought to make a serial about our crew. Only, we have all these secret messages in every episode, see?
What happened to the Code of Silence, Felix?
Hey, why do you always do that thing with your eyes whenever I talk to you? You on the alert, maybe? Looking out for hidden enemies?
Let's just say you remind me of someone.
I bet they were real pretty.
Yeah, so no, nothing to do at the Groundbreaker currently, so let's just head back inside the ship and check back with Parvati, see how the date went. The rest of the date went, anyways.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Hey, Parvati.
Okay, Captain, she's gone.
Did it go well?
I'm near about vibrating. I'm so excited. So she got here, and after a few minutes, she said, "Hey, do you have some new parts?" And I was like, "Nah, I used a new soap." And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread.
So you laid out the meal, brought June in, and started the music?
She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustbat casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person.
So the meal went well. The dessert too?
Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain.
And?
I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. Strong. Smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open.
What happened next? Don't leave me in suspense.
Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes!
Ah, great. That was very sweet. Congratulations.
It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met June Lay at all. I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life.
Aw.
So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
Excellent. Parvati gained the Enchanted Evening perk. So let's go check that out. Food and drink effects last longer. So food effect duration plus 25% and drink effect duration 25% longer as well. Kind of cool, although yeah, probably not the best one. I'm just going to show you a little bit since I've unlocked all of them. So Ellie I showed in this episode. Um, Felix's perk is called Self-Governed. So it increases the damage we deal when fighting corporate enemies. Post-armor damage dealt plus 50%. Nyoka's is called the Crew. So increases our critical chance when fighting creatures. Critical chance 10%. Vicar Max is called Planned Intervention. So Max will taunt enemies within 20 meters when you drop below 25% health. Actually, no, sorry. I think it's called Tuned In. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no way to find out because all of these perks, you know, are all jumbled up together. I'm pretty sure it's Tuned In because of the companion quest involves, you know, going on a certain trip, I guess. So drug effect duration plus 50%. And Yoka is actually, I'm not entirely sure which one it is. Maybe it's Hunter. Yeah, see, these are, or maybe it's this one. Grand Exploration. Yeah. Yeah, because there are normal perks here. So there's Hunter, Exterminator, Grand Exploration, Cunning Strikes. So it has to be... It's either Grand Exploration or the Crew. I'm thinking the Crew would be appropriate since, you know, our companion quest involved getting closure on her previous crew. And Sam does not have any companion perks as far as I can tell. Because if you look at this, we have bonus support Intimidate, Cleaner, Bad Samaritan, Radiation Proofing, and Bedazzle Auto Mechanicals. And we also have Second Wind and Stonebreaker. So Clean Sweep, Bonus Support, Intimidate, Cleaner, Bad Samaritan, Stonebreaker, Radiation Proofing, Bedazzle Auto Mechanicals, and Second Wind. So yeah, you see that there's no companion perk, unfortunately, for Sam. Oh, wow. Okay, we got a lot of our money back, I guess, for all of that stuff we spent trying to organize that date. We also got a framed picture, which I'm assuming is going to go into, you know, of course, Parvati's room. That's a picture of her dad. But it hasn't gone to her cabin yet because I think I have to leave the ship and come back. But yeah, this thing here. Well, maybe it's not. So this photo was a gift from Junlei to commemorate her first date with Parvati. And the description on the back reads, "To my wildflower, thank you for an enchanting evening. Looking forward to many more." Oh, well. That's so cute. Anyways, so now I guess we can head back to Byzantium. I'd like to complete this quest for Celeste, so, well, this task actually. And then we'll probably work on the faction quest for Lilia Hagen, and then we'll continue with the main story. So, let's travel back to Byzantium and model those outfits for Celeste.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Alright. So I'm definitely going to bring Parvati, because I love her. And, yeah, let's bring out Ellie. Ellie and Parvati. That's kind of a nice combo. Excuse Excuse me. Alright. Actually, since we're right over here, let's go meet Phineas's contact. We can get that portion done finally. Carmen Imagawa.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
Yeah, you're meeting me.
Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
The Phoenix?
Yeah. That's my codename for... our mutual friend.
What's your codename?
Oh. I'm Golden Eagle.
Do I have a codename?
Yeah. I named you Cuckoo.
Seriously?
It makes sense if you think about it, because I didn't know who you were, and old Earth cuckoos would routinely trick other birds into feeding them.
No way, I'm Golden Eagle. You can be Cuckoo.
That doesn't even make... Fine. Fine.
Oh, can I be chicken? Because chickens will adopt any critter's baby and keep them warm.
You sure you don't want to be Raven or Sparrowhawk?
Aw.
Okay. Chicken it is.
Does this mean I'm supposed to have one too? Fine, but make it a really good one.
Let's go with Rufus Hummingbird.
Forget it. Codenames are for amateurs anyway.
Too late. I've already marked it off. Can't just go reassigning codenames.
Well, you
Anyway,
just did.
You're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in this estate, which is heavily guarded.
There's got to be a way to catch a minister someplace less protected.
Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out.
Can't you get me into the minister's estate?
Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
Okay, so what can you tell me?
Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. Swipe a key while nobody's looking.
Thanks for the tip.
Just remember, you didn't hear it from me.
How exactly did you get involved in all this anyways?
I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean, gosh, seems almost impossible.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators.
When they die off, it's a sign that something's wrong.
Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see.
Like what?
For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
But most people don't. In fact, most people stay exactly where they start. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
It does.
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course.
Seems pretty normal, actually.
Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes, after all. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place.
And?
At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
No, that's how things go around Halcyon, in case you didn't notice.
Except that's not how they go. At least that's not how they're supposed to go in Byzantium. The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
Alright. Looks like I've got work to do.
Good hunting, Golden Eagle.
Thank you. Alright, so we progressed that part, at least. First, let's head to Celeste Jolicoeur's place and start modeling stuff for her. Might as well put on my what's it called? Iconoclast Helmet. We have this one. We also have this one, and this one. Face grade mask. I kind of like. So yeah, we'll model the Iconoclast armor set first.
I think I've figured out what you need.
Besides a smoke and some privacy?
Our crew's like a machine. All the parts got to work together or we'll shake ourselves to pieces.
I've never been good with metaphors, Parvati.
We need each other to work right. You need a team, and I need someone who'll be truthful with me. Even when it hurts.
The only thing I need is people staying the hell out of my business.
If that were true, you wouldn't be here.
You're acting real funny. You drop a wrench on your head or something?
I missed the banter between the companions, and unfortunately they only banter like this when you're doing the main game, the DLC. I mean, the voice actors did record some additional lines, but it's pretty rare that they talk during the DLC, so it's a nice refreshing change, I guess. Alright, so let's head to the oh yeah, there's this guy also we need to come back to. He wants us to I think he wants to offer us a job in a movie or something. But we'll do that later. So Celeste Jolicoeur's haberdashery is just up there, so we just have to climb up these stairs.
I've always loved that.
Hey Celeste, long time no see.
Goodness, look at those atrocious contours. The sheer brutality of its design offends the senses and shocks the mind into a state of palpable excitement. I adore it. 2 outfits remain. I can't wait to see what you'll bring me. Something shocking, I hope.
Alright, so let's go with the Spacer's gear. I'm kind of curious if the Safecracker's jacket is going to qualify. Let's put that on.
Like a star,
Yeah, it does.
darling.
Sweet.
Square your shoulders. Hand on your hip. Eyebrow cocked. Yes. Perfect. My heart is all aflutter. 1 outfit left. Do hurry, my dear. The bird of inspiration is about to take flight.
Alright. And finally, our Marauder. So Marauder Armor, you know, is the most easy to find, really. So I'm just gonna put that one on. Yeah. So.
Oh, how grotesque. I always suspected the dramas did no justice to real Marauders. Their armor is so much more hideous in person. Yes, that's it. I have it. I know exactly what we're doing. Brace yourself, my dear. We're going to call this style Barbarian Chic. The saucy confidence of a spacer The raw contempt of an iconoclast, the brutish musk of a marauder, and the pièce de résistance, monster leather. 1 part mantiquine chitin, 3 parts hide from a raptidon's flank, and let's say, 8 strips of primal leather. No, make that 10.
I'll get it done.
My dear, I have the highest confidence in you.
Alright, so I guess we have more stuff to do. Let's put back our normal gear. So yeah, now the journal is updated. We need to collect 10 primal leather, so that's over from the primals in Emerald Vale. 3 Raptidon flank hides, that's from Monarch. And Mantiquine chitin, that's also on Monarch. So it seems like we're going to be bringing Nyoka out into the fray again, because we're going to be attacking a lot of creatures. So yeah, let's just head back to the ship.
I love Byzantium.
And get that done. So very brief excursion for Ellie once again, but yeah.
Ellie, we gotta talk.
Oh, okay, here we go.
My second least favorite set of 4 words. Here we go.
You gotta stop treating me with kid gloves. I'm not gonna fall to pieces if you look at me sideways, and I'm not going away. It's fine if you don't like me, but we gotta find a way to work together. For the crew.
Never heard you sound this forceful. It's kind of refreshing.
Alright. Yeah, I guess maybe Parvati is acting more confident in herself, which is good. Ever since the date with Junlei. I'm not sure if the game actually takes that into account when they're dealing with dialogue for companions. I think Felix's dialogue does once you do his companion quest. Alright, actually I'm going to finish the episode here. So next time we'll travel to all of these regions to collect all of these beast parts for Celeste's outfit that she's going to make for us. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you the next episode, which is going to be episode 40. So already 40 episodes into this playthrough. It's fun. So see you later. Take care. Bye.